Okay, so here we have the opponent's team of Dragapult, Whimsicott, Incineroar, Palafin, Garchomp, and King Gambit. So I was thinking that I should have at least some kind of coverage over King Gambit. So ultimately I decided to go with the lead Umbreon and Sylveon, and after that I decided to go for the Zoroark to at least have some coverage should he use King Gambit, and of course my Froslass. Okay, so here he led with Whimsicott and Palafin, while I led with Umbreon and my Sylveon. So here I was thinking that he will probably try and switch out his Palafin, so I used Toxic on Palafin while I decided to go for the Light Screen on Sylveon in case he wants to bring out any special attacker at the back. So just like I expected, he used Tailwind on the Whimsicott, and the Palafin went with the Flip Turn to try and switch into another Pokemon. Okay, so here he brought out the Dragapult, and I managed to land the Toxic on the Dragapult. So here I was thinking, oh crap, maybe all of his Pokemon are special attackers. So, but I've already set up the Light Screen, so yeah. So Dragapult was poison. So here I was thinking, should I go for the Snarl or should I go for the Toxic play on the Whimsicott, which I ultimately went for the Toxic so that I'm able to dwindle down Whimsicott's life as well. And Sylveon went for the Hyper Voice. So here Dragapult used Dragon Dart on Umbreon, which I was like, oh crap, Dragon Dart is a physical type move. And Whimsicott went for the Moonblast on my Umbreon, which managed to tank it because of my Light Screen. And here Umbreon managed to hit the Toxic on the Whimsicott, and I'm able to get rid of the Dragapult with my Hyper Voice. I'm sorry, I forgot to mention that Umbreon is max HP, max defense, bow nature with inner focus, and my Sylveon is max HP, max special attack with Pixelate. Okay, here he brought out the Garchomp, which I'm guessing was going to Mega Evolve into the Mega Garchomp. So I was thinking I would probably try and keep Umbreon alive, and I'll try to clean up with the Sylveon. And so here Garchomp Mega Evolves into the Mega Garchomp, and he went for the Rock Slide. So Umbreon managed to protect himself against the Rock Slide and the Moonblast. So I was thinking, okay, so Sylveon should be able to clean up the Garchomp, but Sylveon flinches, like, oh my goodness. Okay, here's like, okay, I can't protect again, so I might as well go for the Toxic on the Garchomp and try to clean up with Hyper Voice once again. So Whimsicott went for the Moonblast, which Umbreon left with 17 life. They're like, oh no, Umbreon's gonna die to the Rock Slide, and Umbreon dodges the Rock Slide. He's like, oh crap. And Sylveon actually survived on 10 HP. It's like, okay, Sylveon should be able to clean up the Garchomp, right? And then my Sylveon flinches again. That is like, oh man, Sylveon got flinched twice in a row. So Toxic is able to take out the Whimsicott anyways. And I managed to store out the Tailwind, which was really good. So Garchomp won't be able to outspeed my Froslass if I bring in Froslass. Okay, so he brought in his Palafin, and I was like, okay, I better go for the Protect to keep Umbreon alive. And I decided to try and go for the Hyper Voice again, even though I know that Sylveon is not going to live another turn already. so Garchomp went for the Rock Slide, and Rock Slide takes out my Sylveon, unfortunately. And I was quite confused as to why Palafin went for the close combat instead of the Jet Punch. Okay, so here I was like, okay, I should probably bring out Zoroark instead of Froslass to try and to reduce Palafin's attack so that I can clean up with Froslass on my next turn. So Zoroark was actually a rental Pokemon, max special attack, max special defense with Choice Scarf, and I went for the Bitter Malice on the Palafin. I was thinking between Hyper Beam and Bitter Malice, but since Bitter Malice has 100% accuracy, I went for that instead. And Bitter Malice actually does a great deal of damage to the Palafin, and Umbreon actually survived the Rock Slide. It's like, oh wow. And here I was thinking that Palafin should probably try and clean up my Umbreon, but he went for the Wave Crash on Zoroark instead. It's like, okay, why not clean up my Umbreon? Okay, so my Umbreon decided to go for the Toxic on the Palafin, and I'm able to bring in my Froslass since he has no more Tailwind, and my Froslass should be able to outspeed the Mega Garchomp. Okay, so here I decided to go for the Protect once again and clean up with Froslass with the Blizzard. Okay, so here he finally decided to try and knock out my Umbreon, but it's too late. The damage has already been done, and I'm able to take out the Garchomp with the Blizzard. And Palafin goes down to the Toxic. So yeah. And here I actually managed to rank up into Ultra Ball 3, which was really nice, I guess.